Hi there, my name is Lauren Heistad, author to the book Homecoming, and if you already know that, I assume that means that you've been journeying many a chapter with me through the story of my life. Thank you. Today we're dealing with chapter 18. It is called Healing Energies. I cannot accurately pinpoint the day I started to feel healing energies pouring out of my hands. It was a gradual process that perhaps started with my mom and continued to grow and blossom from that day forward. Just like a tiny seed planted within the garden of life, my healing abilities started as a small kernel of potential. Through experience and guidance, that seed was planted, watered, and cared for, and the energy just began to grow. Like the progression of all evolution, the growth started from the heavens and slowly began to reach down towards the earth, becoming stronger and more grounded along the way. At first, I felt healing energy as a small but distinct, tingling sensation emanating from the palms of my hands. This phenomenon usually occurred when I knew someone was suffering or while I was looking at someone in need. Whether a person's suffering stemmed from health problems, emotional trauma, family ties, or even work-related issues, the cause did not seem to matter. A person in need is a person in need. At some point along the way, when I felt or saw someone's hardships, my heart would just open, and my hands automatically began to tingle with energy. I remember a particular incident while walking alone one day, enjoying the sunshine and fresh air. Along my stroll, I came across a family. The father was in a wheelchair and appeared to have suffered a stroke. His family pushed him along the path in silence, and their sadness was deafening. As we crossed paths, I was overcome by the strongest urge to reach out and help. Echoing in my mind, I heard the words, "You should lay your hands on this man." I wish I could say I listened to that inner guidance, but like so many other times in my life, I just shook my head in disbelief. Touching someone to provide comfort is actually a natural instinct we all possess. To provide comfort. We all have the innate ability to show empathy and then act upon this intuitive desire to help someone. Of course we do. It is why a mother will instinctively reach out to comfort her child, and why hugs can magically erase any troubles away. Although I had experienced empathy in the past, I was never so driven to reach out and touch a complete stranger. What would they think of me? What would I say? The idea seemed so ludicrous. Did I really think I could help this man? What was I thinking? Besides my earlier lack of confidence in healing, the issue I originally had was distinguishing between my thoughts and the guidance I was receiving from spirit. There's only a slight difference in the way spirit communicates with me and the way I silently talk to myself. Spirit speaks in the third person. I dialogue with myself in the first. Notice how I didn't hear the words, "I should lay my hands on that man." If I'd been more knowledgeable and confident in myself at this point in my life, I would have recognized spirit was asking me to help this stranger. Had I been brave enough to reach out and actually try to touch him in some way, the interaction would have proved, I believe the interaction would have proven miraculous for us both. Years later, I can confidently say, Spirit does not ask us to reach out and physically help someone for no reason. I also know that the laying on of hands has created many miracles, past and present. When you reach out to touch someone from the heart, a healing on some level will always occur. And here's a thought. Why wait for Spirit to ask at all? Why not just reach out and send someone the healing energy of love? There is one more difference between my self-talk and the words of wisdom provided by Spirit. Spirit speaks in a calm, gentle manner and often brings thoughts that would never have crossed my mind. In fact, this red flag has become my spiritual healing 9/11 alert, my bat signal of sorts. Whenever I hear myself saying, why in the world would I think that? Or what was I possibly thinking? Here's the important part. While having a positive and caring thought for someone, I stop to truly ponder if Spirit was communicating, and then I respond. Usually. Despite my initial lack of confidence and my communication breakdowns, healing energies do emanate from my hands. They do. Spirit does ask me to help those in need, quite often. And more importantly, the further I strive to help, the stronger those healing energies have become. For years I've felt the healing energies and have grown to accept it as truly there and a part of who I am. I've also come to realize I can access this universal force field whenever and wherever appropriate. I strive to utilize these gifts as often as possible, and honestly, it feels wonderful. It feels wonderful. I cannot accurately pinpoint the day I started to feel these healing energies pouring out of my hands, but I can say what originally started as a feeling moved to a trusting and finally actively using my God-given potential. When I finally left my inhibitions behind and began to utilize the healing force within, the energy in my hands moved from a small tingling sensation to radiating a spiritual force resembling a fire hydrant on full throttle. Furthermore, it was within this trust and determination I successfully moved beyond just feeling the energy to actually seeing this God-given universal light springing from my hands. The first time I visually witnessed this energy was while studying spiritual healing abroad. Participants from all over the world gathered to learn how to conduct healing sessions, to better understand healing energy, and to fully trust in their abilities. I had traveled halfway across the globe to learn from the best healers in the world, to learn their techniques and to study their methods. What I discovered during this life-changing experience was quite breathtaking, actually. My spirit guides provided many visions, unlocked many mysteries, and provided various insights over the course of my studies. However, the message throughout the duration of training was very clear. I was already intuitively using the methods being taught at the college. I had traveled thousands of miles to learn from the best healers of the world, only to discover I was already one of them. Truth. As I opened my eyes during the healing session, literally startled by this realization, I looked down at my hands with tears streaming down my cheeks. I was glowing. I was glowing in golden light and radiating this energy from my palms, fingertips, third eye, and even my heart. Years of trusting and blindly moving ahead on sheer faith alone had finally paid off. The old adage, seeing is believing, continues to dominate our world, but I promise you, this is a huge misrepresentation of the actual process. Believing is seeing. Activating your soul works. There are many historical paintings and biblical references illustrating a radiant glow emanating from within. Halos and beams of light are depicted as an energetic force field encompassing individuals who have achieved spiritual enlightenment. We currently live in a society where these symbols of grace are reserved for the great ones, such as saints or divine leaders of the world who walked the earth before our time. This is our culture. This is what we've been taught to believe. However, we all have the power. We all have the power to access the light within and radiate it out into the world. We all have the ability to glow from the inside out, heal the sick, and end our suffering. In fact, once you begin to notice the energy around and within you, you will also begin to notice the light vibrating around every living thing. If you look closer, you will even visually see many people within our society whose light is strong and vibrant. My son was one of the first people to witness the light that radiates from my hands. It occurred out of the blue one day when he and I were working on a project together. We were both busy at work when all of a sudden my son jumped back with a startled expression on his face, blinking wildly. And I asked what was wrong, and he cautiously indicated it was nothing, never mind. Knowing full well he had definitely seen something out of the ordinary, I pried a little further, as mamas do. No, really, tell me what you saw. Living the life I lead, I was expecting him to confide he saw a spirit or perhaps an orb of light. However, his words hit way closer to home. My son explained how for a brief moment in time, ever so brief moment in time, he saw a beam of light streaming out of my hands. He described it as a large, blinding light that he had never seen before. Ironically, this occurred before I had confided in seeing or feeling the divine light myself. But determined to speak my truth and make my son understand what he had witnessed was not only possible, but real, I excitedly responded, "That's because you did see a light. That is the healing energy I radiate, and I have seen it too." Visually, you can see the connection people have with the spirit world and those who have activated the healing powers, those healing powers within. There is a glow around people who are no longer living in darkness and are growing their awareness of being one with the universe. People from all over the world all over the world are awakening to this reality and are being called to activate their God-given powers. I repeat, we are the ones we have been waiting for. Your move. See the light. See the light. Take a closer look at your surroundings. Watch the trees, animals, buildings, and people that are all around you. Notice the vibrational energy of light that surrounds all things. Watch as the light increases and decreases in size and shape depending on external and internal factors. Let your eyes relax and just observe. Notice how sad people have an auric field close to their bodies. See the large glow around somebody who is happy and content. Make a point of watching an inspired speaker talk about their life's passions. Watch. Watch as their energy field expands and the light around them radiates to fill the room. Focus specifically on the shoulder or head area. Those who have a strong connection with spirit will emanate various colors of the rainbow. They will appear lighter than others and will literally just glow. Be the light. We have access to the light of the world, and it would be a crying shame to continue living in darkness. Harness this light energy and direct it out into your world. Imagine a portal opening up between the heaven and earth and direct this blessed energy to flow freely between the worlds. Visualize the light emanating from your hands. Feel the tingling and pulsating sensations. Sit within this energy and feel the warmth and comfort of its power. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Shine your light. Learn to harness your energy healing powers and abilities. All it takes is imagination, determination, and intention. Set your intention to heal. Visualize within your mind someone or something in need. You do not need to know where the problems lie. You only need to hold the intention to help restore perfect balance. Pull the light from the heavens and surround your entire being. Push this energy towards the earth. You can make no mistakes when sending energy from a place of love. There's the key again. From a place of love. You are a holder of this light. Direct this energy to any area that is unbalanced within your world. This can be a physical body, emotional traumas, a physical place, a situation, or a thing. Radiate this energy as brightly and as widely as possible. You are the light of the world. And finally, accept your light. Accept it. Strive to improve your life and increase your vibrational energy through good deeds. Take on activities that help the environment, share with those in need, honor our animal kingdom, and help heal the world. After all, not all heroes wear capes. Heroes are everyday people like you and me who simply live from the heart. Live from the heart. Never fear that you are coming from a place of ego. Anyone who has the compassion to help, the world is always coming from the heart. It is okay to let yourself be big and powerful when you are striving to make the world a better place. The world needs our energy and enthusiasm. The world needs your light.